all these weird fucking rules. Like, and when I lived in Tucson, it was like, oh, you want a Jack Daniels? It's behind the counter at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
right. Pour it into your double gulp and go to the concert. You'll have a great time. I mean, it was completely different.
They have it next to the Power Shot and the Thirst Buster thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
right.
Jack Daniels multiple times.
Little cherry, little Jack Daniels, Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm fucking set.
I mean, yeah, there's like, liquor stores with a drive-through window. Yeah.
Welcome to season 4 of Talking Pondo. Talking Pondo is a podcast where Clif and Marty give each other a film to watch and talk about them in detail. Some episodes will include a special guest.
"40 Hamlets Agree" will not be seen this week, so we may bring you the following Mouse in the Bottle scheme. They mixed it up there. I went to a different Canadian troupe.
That's a very good job, Hoser.
But still Canadian.
Exactly.
That's right. It gets the Maple Leaf seal. It can be broadcast on the Canadian airwaves.
So welcome back to Talking Pondo. We're back once again. Is this Talking Hamlet, Talking Shakespeare, Talking Bard? I don't know what we wanted to call it. I guess we'll figure it out at some point today.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm back.
Talking Hosers.
It's me. It's me and Cliff, and we have a bunch of guests today. A new record for us. You know today's guest, one of today's guests from his previous appearance on the show, as well as in a couple of our movies. It's Drew Kalen Keck joining us again.
Hey guys doing?
And also joining us today is the return of Ben Checkness and the Too Vague podcast, including longtime friend of the show, Andrew Coltrane.
Hey, whoa. Long-time friend.
So I'm like, going into my radio announcer voice there. Cliff says, don't do too much of the morning DJ thing, but sometimes
Andrew's been a listener since the first episode. Like, he reached out to us after the first episode and said, what a great
that was back in 1993, I believe.
In 1993, I was prank calling you guys in like 92. I'm pretty sure.
It goes even further than that.
The Forbidden Zone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was some dumb night in high school. Like, oh yeah, I'll call you up and just say chicken butt a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
Or was that someone else who did that?
It was thrilling to do that then.
Yeah, probably one of the cleaner crank calls that we had back then. Honestly,
probably. I don't know. I barely. Oh yeah. silly days. But.
So, Cliff, what movies are we watching?
I just wanted to say chicken butt.
Guess
you know what? Chicken butt. And then we'd hang up, and then it would happen a few more times throughout.
And then it went to you know why chicken thigh.
See, I don't think that was actually me, but I think I saw it happen. But it might have been my friend, but.
Today's movies. Okay, so running on the Hamlet theme Marty mentioned earlier, today's movies are Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead and Strange Brew, also known as The Adventures of Bob and Doug McKenzie.
That's right. It does have a longer title.
That's right. Yeah. And why Strange Brew? Because it's kind of based upon the Hamlet play. Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
It's got little elements. It's got a lot of elements.
It originally was much closer to Hamlet, but they decided to be a little more. Reading the Wikipedia, the first draft was much more Hamlet-like, and then they kind of ran off with it from there.
Yeah, you always got to start somewhere, but yeah.
Well, I guess if you're going to steal from the best, right?
Steal from the best, because that's who he stole it from, so it's fine.
That's true. They steal from the best, who also stole from other people.
I'm like, well, 40-some plays and only 2 original plots. So
yeah,
we're doing this Christopher Marlowe whole thing. We're doing that too.
No, it's not that. It's just that he took stories that were already around. He played the hits.
Oh sure,
he redid it. Yeah, but it's like
It's like Stephen King. It'd be like the Stephen King of our time.
I mean, he just did it better than what his source material was. So
there's a great line from Star Trek IV where Kirk and Spock are talking about the past. They're talking about the past. They're in San Francisco. It's 85, and he says something like, "Oh, it's the double dumbass," and he says. Double dumbass and all these colloquialisms. He goes, well, I read the novels of the time, Susan Collins and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, the Giants, right?
The Giants, right.
These are just pulp authors. They're not like, these are not, it's not Pynchon or anything. It's just fucking, they're Sue Grafton or Stephen King, right? Like, they're good writers, but they're not considered great literature, right? So I don't know. But that to me, that's the kind of stuff that would end up surviving because so much of it was fucking printed. Right, like that's the stuff that would end up kind of somebody would find that and go, well, here's what was representative
of the
literature of the 90s.
I don't know, man. We threw away so many copies of Seabiscuit.
They still keep coming. They never stop.
They're still coming. Jeez. Remember that year we turned them into Christmas ornaments for the tree?
You should have made just a whole like horse out of the Seabiscuit books.
That'll be the next.
The irony is it's a good book.
That's why there's.
I don't think there was any complaint about the book. Just how many would come in over the trade counter.
The never-ending supply. It's like the Titanic and Jerry Maguire VHSs that I still hoarding.
Oh,
I'm building a brick wall out of them. So.
What sort of gravy would you serve with Seabiscuits?
It depends on what country you're in. If your Seabiscuits are in Europe, they're more of like a cookie, right? Or while here it would be the biscuits and gravy Seabiscuits.
Weevils. You're definitely getting weevils.
You're getting weevils, yeah. You need to soak it in the grog.
Maybe a little secretariat.
Yeah.
All right, so we got viewer mail.
We do have one piece of viewer mail, if you can consider it viewer mail, listener mail, whatever you want to call it. So we did an episode on Suitable Flesh and Green Book because those movies go so well together. But they actually did, strangely enough. We did that a few weeks ago, and we got a response on Blue Sky, of all places, from the director of Suitable Flesh, who says, gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. So I don't know if we actually listened to the episode. We did like the movie. We didn't rave about it overly, but we did enjoy the film. If you liked From Beyond and Reanimator or those H.P. Lovecraft type things, Suitable Flesh felt like a good third entry in that, if you don't count Castle Freak.
Yeah, they can't really count that one.
We talk about that one today, but that was our mail for the day. What movie do we want to start with? We usually let the guest decide, but we could flip a coin, but it's going to keep ending up being heads. So
everybody heads. Heads. Yeah, I think maybe you just nudged the odds on that one over to.
You guys want to go? You guys going to go Rosencrantz first, and we'll save the funny for the last part?
Well, that's funny is relative.
All right. So, just when I thought that Strange Brew was kind of incomprehensible, along comes Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. Both of these movies before I haven't seen in a while. But Cliff, what is the synopsis?
All right, so Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead is from 1990. It's rated PG. It's an hour and 57 minutes long. It's directed and written by Tom Stoppard. It's from his play from the late 60s, starring Gary Oldman and Tim Roth. Your log line is two minor characters from the play Hamlet stumble around unaware of their scripted lives and unable to deviate from them. And then your storyline is showing events from the point of two minor characters from Hamlet, men who have no control over their destiny. This film examines fate and asks, can we ever really know what's going on? Our answers are as important as questions. Will Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, or Guildenstern and Rosencrantz, manage to discover the source of Hamlet's malaise as requested by the new king? Or will the mysterious players who are strolling around the castle reveal the secrets they evidently know? And whose serve is it?
Serve.
So it starts with Seamus. Isn't that weird, Cliff? The dog howling song from your favorite Pink Floyd album, Metal.
I was immediately like, is that Seamus from fucking Metal? It is. That's Seamus the dog barking. Holy shit. Anyway.
Yeah.
It didn't seem to go. I mean, I don't know. It was
Ben's not a fan.
It's an odd choice for the opening.
Totally is.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's like saying this is going to be weird, guys.
Directed it himself because he didn't think anybody else would get it.
Mm.
And what's the line I was reading earlier? He said, it just seemed I'd be the only person who would treat the play with a necessary disrespect. So, yeah, it was interesting because I like the play a lot. We did in theater in college, we did the question scene. A friend of mine, Lemuel, and I did that scene a lot for scene work. And I've used the, ever think about being dead monologue as an audition piece several times. I have, I don't know how much theater you guys have done, but I've done quite a lot, and I do have a soft spot for a theater that's kind of about theater, I guess.
Oh, it's very meta. It's very theater meta.
This is totally a play about.
In fact,
a play.
there is a play. I was just reading about this on Wikipedia. There's a 2022 play which is called Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. It's in one act in which Rosencrantz and Guildenstern realize they're in the play by Tom Stoppard, and then
so
it's a meta.
And then they're like, "Don't get on the boat." Don't. No.
And they're talking about the Lion King 1.5.
Oh yeah,
video movie was somewhat based on the concept of Rosencrantz.
Yeah, Timon and Pumbaa doing whatever it is they do off screen.
In the middle of the play, or in the middle of the movie.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite bits of the movie is when they're just sort of there, and then all of a sudden all the people rush in, and they're just sort of dragged along with.
Oh yeah,
they do all the lines in the play, and then they, they're back and they're like, "What the heck just happened? What?"
Exactly.
I think it's because they're trapped in that play, right? Like it's like you said, it's those moments when they're not on stage that they're just wandering around trying to figure out existentially.
They can't even remember what was what's the first thing you remember. Like they don't even know exactly why they're there, and then
it's a weird, like almost existential crisis. But Stoppard doesn't allow it to go there. He doesn't allow them to kind of have a moment of like reflection, like deep reflection. He's like, no, let's just move past it and kind of deal with the fact that these guys aren't in control of their own destinies.
They're
stuck in this
like,
play.
Rosencrantz tries to set up some basic physics experiments. He's like, "Oh, look at this thing," and then it never works out right. And it's like,
that was always fun because that's not in the play.
No,
that was all stuff he added in the movie.
Yeah, he realized
a lot of that on stage. It's just not going to work.
It's not going to work. No, he realized God, if I'm going to make my play into a movie, he didn't want to just put shooting directions onto his. He thought I got to rethink it as a story. So
have some other stuff. And it's for me, I like watching the performances because Gary Oldman at this point in our lives has played a bad guy so many times that you're like. Seeing him
he's so young and fresh faced. Jesus Christ! Yes,
a little
whatever.
Totally,
Tim Roth both.
Yeah,
totally innocence. A little bit curious about that Alfred and the tragedians.
Also, I was like forever trying to figure out the guy who played Hamlet, and that's Ian Glenn. He was in Game of Thrones.
Yes, he's in Game of Thrones. Yep.
So was the guy that played Polonius, or not Polonius, the Claudius. He was also in Game of Thrones. I mean, half of the British actors were in Game of Thrones, but
that's right.
But I'm like, he's so baby faced in that movie, and then Game of Thrones is all grizzled and whatnot.
Wait a second, he's Sid and Nancy. Sid's a bad guy.
Well, that might not be.
That's the other
later on
Gary Oldman movie you've seen.
The Fifth Element, right?
Come on, man. You gotta watch the Fifth Element.
La Femme Nikita, he's the worst cop ever in La Femme Nikita, the worst
Dracula right after
The Professional.
Dracula right after
Dracula.
Professional, Leon.
Beethoven.
Where does Tim Roth go after this? Does he go to,
True Romance is so good.
Does Tim Roth go to Rob Roy after this?
Yeah,
and then to Pulp Fiction?
Yeah. Because this is all early stuff before
this is all before he really exploded in Four Rooms and all that kind of stuff. And
Planet of the Apes.
And he's just kind of wandered up. He's one of those who sort of disappeared. I haven't really seen him in anything recently.
I was just thinking about that with that's the same with Amy Adams. Like she was like, well, I'm gonna go have kids. She's come back and she's starting to warm her career back up. But I mean, if you go and look at her career, she had a span of about 8 years where she was just knocking them out, just big movie, big performance, one after the other, and then poof.
It was like Rick Moranis. Really he's coming out of.
I was just about to. I was going to tie them together.
You segue it.
I was gonna do the thing, and then but yeah, it's just like Rick Moranis. Yeah, his wife got sick, and he went and he was like, "Fuck, I gotta take care of my kids."
Now the kids are like,
I got stuff to do.
Your acting thing. Get out of the house. We're old now.
They're like, we want to throw a party. No,
you're funny. Don't be funny.
Leave.
Go do something with Uncle Dave.
Very interesting to see. Just spaced it. We were playing the player. My brain just went.
Oh, Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah, Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah, the tragedians are just
Richard Dreyfuss and his chest. Which you do see a lot of.
He's excellent in that role because that role requires a certain sort of hamishness and self-awareness of who you are, and he really kind of leans into that and plays that really well. I thought he's fun to watch in that role quite a bit, especially like the fake sword fighting that they do at one point. So much fun.
Yeah,
I enjoy the fact that you get pretty much, or at least a good portion of the story of Hamlet through other means, but they're just sort of wandering in with the dumb show and all of that. You get to see some interesting elements of that type of theater from back then, which I found fun. Also, I was always watching the movie going, that wagon, it's got to be top heavy.
Oh, yeah. That's a crazy wagon.
It's going to fall over at some point. I guess all those guys are going to get squished. But no, and then wherever they shot that thing, man, that place is cool. That castle or whatever they're in, like, dude.
So, as a theater guy, can I ask you a question? Is that okay? As a theater guy, so this movie seems like, to me, it is kind of written for people who have done the theater more than
yeah, definitely. This is what goes on in a theater kid's head all the time when they close their eyes.
Yeah. What is these characters doing when they're not on stage?
Okay.
Basically, is the kind of this is the prototypical of that. It is somewhat like Waiting for Godot, but it's more. Waiting for Godot doesn't really have a plot per se.
Yeah, it's way more existential.
Yeah. So this one at least has some plot, and it's fun for an actor to do. That's why actors really like that. I was looking at the list of people who have been in this play. Daniel Radcliffe's done it. Benedict Cumberbatch has been it. Tim Minchin played a lot of them played Rosencrantz. Strangely enough. So
were they able to figure out which one is Rosencrantz?
I was going to say which Rosencrantz.
When you read the script, you'll know because
I know.
Within the actual play, within the play and the movie, like they never come out and say which one is which.
They're sort of like they think and then they're like they're not sure. Which I think it's like a fascinating thing because I read an interview with Stoppard, decades ago. But it was in that he was mentioning about how he has face blindness.
Yeah,
or he passed away. But so he actually would have to tell people apart by other things besides what their face looked like if they're not talking or moving around, showing their mannerisms. It'd be like so he has a lot of plays where that sort of I'm not sure what other people's identity are. He plays on that a lot, and so I kind of like seeing that come up with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
I am a fan of that. Now I have to say we watched it. My wife was somewhat bored. Not her kind of thing. And
to be fair,
I apologize.
It's a theater kids movie.
For foisting it upon you. But it is one of my favorite plays.
I know the contrast with the other movie was interesting. So
Yeah, I mean, I had my brain had put more Hamlet into Strange Brew than there actually is.
Yes, it's loosely got some loose components of it for sure.
Oh yeah. Once we get there, I've got got it all mapped out.
Ben, did you actually have you have a question, and did we cut you off?
Well, I don't.
Go ahead.
It's kind of immaterial now, but it's just kind of like I had a question about. Well, I guess this is more of a question now for everyone. It's to me when I saw it, it seemed more like it would be better seen as a play.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't. I mean, it's not that I was bored necessarily. There were bits in there that I could pick out that were funny, but it seemed like it would have been much better off as just a play. But I don't know.
It's a tricky one to translate into a film. Yeah, because so many words and subtleties that would play better on the stage.
I mean,
especially when you're captive in that room with the actors, and you're one-on-one like that. I can see it definitely playing.
Yeah, no, I definitely all around. Yeah, and I also think like on another level, I think as a film, this is the kind of thing where like watching it in a movie theater is probably a better experience than watching it at home, because you're like, oh, I've committed to being in this space in this experience. Where like, you know, I got my DVD that I picked up from the library and I'm playing it in the background while I'm doing other stuff. Like,
right.
I'm like, that's not as authentic an experience. And
yeah, I couldn't find I thought I had a DVD, so I had to watch it on YouTube, which was not the best way.
Ooh, brutal.
So it's like, you know, commercials every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, or sometimes faster. So that kind of broke up the whole experience.
But a lot of critics say that was one of the problems, is it didn't translate because there's so much verbal stuff in it that plays so much better on the stage, that a lot of the critics were like, look, it's enjoyable, but it doesn't give you a lot of, if you're not a theater kid, you're looking for context to grab onto.
Right? Yeah, you need first off, you need to know Hamlet, which means you're probably either big into Shakespeare or you're a theater kid for it to really pay off.
Yeah, you're either a literature kid or a theater kid.
Exactly, exactly. And then what you've watched Tom Stoppard do is basically turn Hamlet into a 2-hour version of Who's on First with Abbott and Costello. Yep. Right? And where you're just like, fuck me, this joke is running a long time here. And there are really brilliant moments in it, but there are also just some fucking flat spots where, like, I had to watch this movie twice this week because I've seen this movie 4 fucking times and I still cannot tell you the plot or the structure of this movie. It's like I have a smooth brain. It will not stick. It slides right off like an egg on a Teflon pan, dude. Like, it just goes shoo. And I'm not saying I don't enjoy it when I watch it. I just, for some reason, I don't remember it. It's not a memorable movie for me.
You become Rosencrantz.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. and then it sort of tends to start to wear on me with it seems like the joke begins to run long and stay too long.
I just thought it was a little long.
Like, fucking, let's go, dude. Get out, man. Like I'm putting the chips and dip up, and like the wife's vacuuming. Get the fuck out. Come on.
At the same time, I understand why it's doing all that, because it has, what
I do too.
Cut, right?
I can recognize the actors are doing a fabulous job in their roles. I mean, I can recognize that, but just I was talking to Andrew about this earlier. It made me feel dumb. It's like, why is this not connecting with me? Why am I not understanding these things? And the things I picked out, like he said, with the physics things that he was doing, and that was one of the things that I noticed, but now knowing that it's not in the play is kind of like, okay, well, that was an interesting bit, but if it wasn't initially in the play, why was it put there?
Did you put Blue Thunder on afterwards to kind of make yourself feel smarter? You're like, I fucking understand this. I get it. Fucking attack helicopters, and I get all this shit. Fucking stupid ass cookie with his stupid ass fucking call signs.
So, I'm the one who needed Blue Thunder explained it to.
I hope the audience can hear my eyes rolling.
Well, this is a definite palate cleanser from us watching the Fast and Furious movies, which we are watching through the wife and I.
Yeah, that's a big shift.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, even within that franchise, from the first one to this one, you're like, how did it get here with a submarine chasing everybody across the ice? Like,
I still.
That's what this movie needed, a submarine.
Yeah. I stand on business that Fast 5 is the most meta MST thing you'll ever fucking watch in your entire life. Every line of that movie is a joke and like a wink at the audience, like, right? Huh? Yeah. Elbow nudge. Isn't this fucking great? It's hilarious.
Yeah.
See, that's what Fast and Furious needs is Hamlet. That's what it needs.
Well, I mean, you take it pretty dramatically, so there are some really soap opera-ish.
It's all about family.
Yeah.
It's all about family. It's
true.
There
was a movie where they made fun of like a gun-toting Hamlet kind of thing with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know.
That was Last Action Hero. That was one of the movies that his character in Last Action Hero.
That's right.
Yes. Version of Hamlet.
Yes. And of course you get Hamlet 2, the movie about the guy who tries to do The Hamlet at the high school.
Here in Tucson.
Holy shit. So fucking good.
Well, and that's the thing too. It's like these things that kind of investigate different. I mean, I don't know. I would rather, and in this movie, let me just say, I'm sorry, I'm going all over the place because it's like I'm trying to think of this. It's with these, it's got actual bits of the play itself in it, right?
Yeah.
So I was, and they're observing these things. So I'm trying to pick out what those bits are, but since I don't really have a vast knowledge of the play, you know, maybe I'm in the same boat as Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, and I'm just kind of like, okay, well, this kind of alludes to something that could go wrong or whatever, but I'm kind of in that boat. So I guess it's successful in that sense. It's like I'm in the same boat as those characters. No.
Well, Hamlet itself has, a play within the play, which you see them rehearsing. The bit in the kitchen, the dumb show they're doing in the kitchen, is the end of the actual end of Hamlet. Where they're having the sword fight and the mother drinks the poison and all of that stuff. That's the actual ending of the actual play that they are doing before the play actually ends in the reality of the movie.
Right.
Which is interesting.
It'd be nice to have like a Cliff Notes version or like a fucking pop-up videos version of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, where they're like, and this is the part where this is the part from Hamlet, or this is the part.
Well,
this is a reference to this.
They have the puppet show within the play, which is the people in the play watching what they just did in the play, but with puppets. And then they cut to the king watching them do it in the play, which was really very like Inception-ish, which was like a play within a play within a play.
Yeah.
Thank goodness it wasn't like Meet the Feet.
A hat on a hat, as it were.
Yeah, so he did some interesting stuff with it, play-wise, but
I love the 14th century cheeseburger Big Mac he built.
That,
where he's just like,
they do with Rosencrantz. Great.
That's why I was like, is this movie just going to be him
like
flipping a coin?
Like I said,
for
I love
90
watching
minutes?
these performances, and I like the play. But yeah, it's good. I like a lot of other Stoppard stuff too, but yes, you're right. It is better. It is better on stage.
It seems like a real actor's type of play.
It's like when they say the book was better, right? They say the play was better,
right?
Yeah, we did this once, and they've done it several times where you do Hamlet and Rosencrantz and Guildenstern as a rep. So like one night you do Hamlet, the next night you do Rosencrantz, and you do the same actors for both plays.
Yeah, fun.
Which would be really fun to go. You go see that. You go. Yeah, that was fun. We did that in Phoenix several years ago. That was during the run of shows where I was playing people at least 3 times my age, because I was in my 30s and I was playing Polonius. So I'm playing an old man at least twice my age.
Our theater director made me do that over and over again in high school. I always got the old man parts. I don't know why the fuck that was, but I had more gray shit in my hair through sophomore, junior year.
Yeah, and he had me do a Tom Stoppard play, actually.
I have forced you guys to watch that, so I thank you for your patience.
My favorite quote from it is, you call that an ending with practically everyone on their feet? That's my favorite line from the movie. I thought was funny.
I love the I don't believe in it anyways. What, just a conspiracy of cartographers then? Yeah. There's a lot of fun wordplay, and wordplay is fun to do on stage. So I guess as an actor, that's part of the reason you like it, because you watch it and you go like, "Hey, I can do." Like,
it reminds me of Mamet. Like if you've ever read any Mamet, like you can get lost in his wordplay, where you're like, "Wait, is he saying that back, or are you saying that to me? Wait a minute," and then you have to start over again and kind of go through the lines to fit kind of not. I mean, it's clearly like actor 1, actor 2 type, it's noted, but when you go through the flow of it, suddenly it's weird. Everything turns on you having that moment where you say, what? Or, and without those moments, it doesn't work. It's wild. Anyway.
Did you guys, speaking of Mamet, and I don't want to throw it off things, but we talked about State and Maine before, right?
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of that one.
That's speaking of things that written by and directed by the person who did it, and that's sort of meta. Like, if the other people have not seen State and Maine, you should watch it. That's about making a small movie in a small town and the craziness that happens. But that definitely has got a lot of similarity with the writing to this one, where you know.
There's a I have a Shakespeare and Mammoth joke if you'd like to hear it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so there's a bum and he's sitting in an alleyway, which is outside near the stage door, right, or near a theater. And guy goes walking by and he asks the guy for some change, business guy, and the business guy points at the stage door and says, "Neither a bar nor a Linder B, buddy. That's Shakespeare." And starts to walk away, and the bum goes, "Well, fuck you. That's David Mamet." That's my Shakespeare and Mamet joke.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, this one reminded me kind of like Repo Man a little bit, or I Heart Huckabees, where it's just people talking philosophy and stuff like and conspiracies for like a whole 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy this one. The only thing I remembered about it was the dropping the ball and the feather at the same time. When we got to that part, I'm like, I have seen this before, but I didn't remember anything else, strangely enough.
You would think that this falls faster than this.
Yeah.
You would be absolutely correct.
I also remember, that was the thing that I remember is the little perpetual motion
balls.
Yeah. Like that.
Like, nope. Don't use terracotta for that. It doesn't work.
Andrew, what did you think about it?
What do I think? I liked it a lot. I mean, this is just like one of my old favorites. And just, I don't know, maybe it's just because of my own feelings of being lost in the world a lot of my life, sort of like wandering around, what the hell is going on? I think I just sort of identified with that, with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern's plight of like, I don't understand the rules of this situation and it's going on around me and I'm supposed to do this thing, but then I don't. And then, they all moved on. Okay. And so there's something about that kind of spoke to me. And then, I mean, also the fact that like when I realized that it was connected to our other movie, because Strange Brew was like a movie I watched almost every day after school in 6th grade. And it wasn't until later when the Franco Zeffirelli Hamlet came out, the one that Mel Gibson was in, and I was watching that, and I was like, they ripped this off from Strange Brew. Wait a minute. Wait, I know this story.
These sons of bitches.
Wait.
Ghosts.
So what do you give it? Out of 5 stars, Andrew, what would you give it?
I give it 5.
Oh shit, Andrew going
just because it's one of my classic favorites, but I'm biased, I guess. Yeah.
Ben, what do you think?
I decline to.
No.
Ben's mad at it because it made him feel dumb.
Yeah. Well, and you pointed out, Andrew, that it was like the whole thing there with the going through life, like kind of like, what am I supposed to do? What am I this or that? I don't connect with that because it's just like I just go on the adventure generally. You know what I mean? So maybe that's why I'm still trying to figure out why.
Richard Dreyfuss.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you're Hamlet.
Yeah, I'm not a very rich marine anyway. No, I'm not. But would you guys any less of me if I said 2?
No, you're pretty close to me actually. Yeah.
Okay, because
what are you giving it? So good. Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
Oh no, I was just going to say. I mean, I can recognize the actors are great. I can recognize that the scenery. It's like it's got a cohesive message, vision, whatever he wanted to. But it just didn't connect with me. And,
I hear you. Yep.
It seems like it would be better as just seeing it as a play. I would much rather the low tech, the more intimate kind of personal sort of connection to a movie about this. So
I can get it.
So yeah.
And it was the only movie Tom Stoppard ever directed too. So
Very true.
You know, you hadn't. And what a weird, tricky one to try to adapt as your first film. I was giving it a 2 as well as you, because as reasons I said earlier, like I couldn't find an entry point. It was like, where do I grasp into this? But hearing our conversation is made me go, you know, I feel a little bit about the wandering as well. So I give it 2.5, because I can't fault the performances in it. These people are acting their asses off, but I get a little lost, but yet I feel like maybe I'm supposed to be lost. So 2.5.
Yeah.
What about you, Drew?
Well, I got to give it a 5 because, you know, there you go. But that's
theater nerds.
I am a theater
dynamic.
I just feel like the fucking smart people in the room are giving it 5s, and us idiots are like, our students like, put Blue Thunder on. It's better.
I couldn't understand that movie either.
My wife is very, very intelligent. She didn't care for it. So,
why did they give Roy Scheider the helicopter? I know, you explain it.
Yes.
But no, it's just and I'm a weird theater guy. Like, I like being in theater. I just don't watch a lot of theater.
Same.
I do stuff here in town, and we're helping out. Like, Kristen belongs to this old Pueblo playwrights, so they do playwriting and stuff. And then everybody's like, "Hey, Drew, do you know?" And I don't know any of the actors. I don't go to any of the plays. I show up and do stuff for other people, and then I don't go to see any theater. I'm just in the theater because I like doing theater. I'm not as much into the watching theater, mostly because I'm the kind of guy that's going to sit there, watch the performance, and go, "That's not how I would have done that."
He's the little Dutch boy of theaters.
Yeah, it's hard for me to
shows up and.
Yeah, it's hard for me to do it because I'm going to be sitting there critiquing the performances the whole time, and it's just not good for people. Which is why the reason I can usually watch horror films and I don't get really scared, because I'm like, I know how they do that.
All right,
like, you know,
that's how I conquered it.
Ooh, foam latex,
fake blood, and whatever. But in any case, yes, it is one of my favorite theatrical sort of plays or movie. Turn up there with Noises Off, which is hilarious.
Oh, I love that one.
We'll get to that one at some point
too. Some other good play adaptations, but anyway.
Well, Cliff, are you going to throw the slide?
I'm going to go 2.5, Marty. I got to go right in the middle. It's again, it's a movie that I have watched 4 times, and I can't honestly. Any other movie that I have watched 4 times, I could tell you start to end the movie. This thing, it's slippery. I can't seem to. I feel, and I'm with Ben. It makes me feel stupid.
Well, I know they flip a coin and then they're dead.
This is a smart fucking movie. Yeah. This is a smart fucking movie for sure. There's a lot going on. There's layers to it. You know,
it's very dry.
And I agreed. And I feel like if you're a theater kid, or if you've done a lot of, if you're a Shakespeare guy, this thing's gonna talk to you a lot more than if you aren't, right? And so for me, 2.5, because I'm not a Shakespeare guy. I respect his work. I just don't. I don't. Haven't dug into his catalog very much. So.
I've certainly seen the MST episode.
I like
Hamlet.
Shakespeare in Love. Does that count? Anyway,
it's in 10 Things I Hate About You, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Didn't LA Story have a lot of things from Shakespeare in it too? That was another LA Story. Steve Martin.
LA Story.
Yeah.
I think you might be right about that.
Yeah, there's the whole graveyard scene with Rick Moranis.
Yep.
That's great in that. It's one of my favorite versions of that scene.
That's a good tee up there, because.
Well, I just did a play. Speaking of Steve Martin, to talk about intellectual stuff that people don't expect from a guy who started out doing King Tut.
Wild and crazy guy.
But we did we did down here in Green Valley. We did the Picasso de la Panagile that Steve Martin wrote, which is a really odd play about Picasso meeting.
He's written some weird stuff
in like 1905, and then Elvis shows up at the end, and there's a whole
as he does.
It was fun. I got to play the bartender, so I just got to be there and go, what are these morons talking about the whole time, and to feed them drinks. But he's a very interesting actor, director, writer. Yeah, it's just fascinating. Steve Martin is, but anyway.
Well,
so fun bit of trivia here, guys. Do you know who was originally tapped to play Richard Dreyfuss's part in Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead? Sean motherfucking Connery.
What?
Wow.
Another one.
Do you know what role he skipped out for? You know what role he took instead?
Time with what?
The Russian in fucking Hunt for Red October.
Well,
yeah,
one classic for
I bet he's got a lot of
probably a better career move. Honestly,
definitely. Well, it's episode 420 of the show. So what better way to get intellectual and talk about beer? Because we decided to do a beer movie on 420. It's actually episode 128, but it's season 4, episode 20.
Oh.
So let's see. What is the DC cab of Canada known as Strange Brew? We just watched that one, and that didn't make a lot of sense to me either. 1983. What a weird year, but what is
Strange Brew? Strange Brew, original title, The Adventures of Bob and Doug McKenzie, Strange Brew. From 1983, it's rated PG. It's an hour and 30 minutes long. Here's your log line.
PG, really?
Canada's most famous hosers, Bob and Doug McKenzie, get jobs at the Elsinore Brewery, only to learn that something is rotten with the state of it. The state of Elsinore.
Something rotten in the state of Denmark.
Directors Rick Moranis, Dave Thomas. Stars Rick Moranis, Dave Thomas. Written by, surprise, Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas. Your storyline. Let's see here. Something is rotten at the Elsinore Brewery. Bob and Doug McKenzie, as seen on SCTV, helped the brewery founder's daughter, Pam, regain the brewery founded by her recently deceased father. But to do so, they must confront the suspicious brewmaster and 2 teams of vicious hockey players.
Oh, yeah, there's hockey because it's Canada.
Yeah.
Of course there's hockey. It's fucking Canada, dude. They throw this movie out of the fucking country if there wasn't a hockey scene in it. Are you kidding me?
That was no goal, eh? He was in the crease.
He's in the crease, eh?
They're not hockey players.
I stopped you with the power of the force, you hosers.
Right. Yeah, they're not hockey players. They're people who are
Rosie is though, right?
Yeah,
Rosie. Yeah.
He was a hockey player that went nuts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, anyway.
That's one.
So this fucking movie. So you can't take this thing. You can't take this thing seriously from the minute it fucking starts. From the minute it starts, literally, Dave Thomas has got a hold of a lion's fucking tail and is going, "Growl, you hoser, growl, roar, you hoser, roar." And I'm like, and then he's like, "Oh shit, he's moving," and they, oh look, it's right from the beginning. I remember watching this as a kid. I saw this when I was 11 years old. First time I saw this on cable. And just being fascinated by it because it was by those guys who did the weird version of Saturday Night Live. Right. That weird version that didn't always click and was kind of strange and had the guy who's doing the fucking fake vampire and all that weird shit. You know what I mean? Camp Floyd, exactly. And so and then they made a whole fucking movie about it. What? And it was insane. I remember really loving it as a kid, thinking it was just a perfect mix of comedy and insanity. When he drinks all that fucking beer, dude, at 11, I am on the floor, especially when his brother comes in. He's like, "No, not there," and he's trying to help him and shit.
And then, and then they
luckily feels kind of good.
He's there to help out with the fire at the.
Yes, he's there to help, and that's the part where I really lost my shit as a kid. Yeah, he puts it out. He just puts the whole fire out, and then of course he's gone back to his normal size. I'm just like, oh my god, it's a fucking Canadian Looney Tunes, is what it is.
Oh yeah, and with Mel Blanc is
that is his voice. Okay, that is Mel Blanc as the dad. Yeah. Okay, one of my notes was, is that fucking Mel Blanc? Sure,
it is fucking Mel Blanc. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of fucking, watching Bob and Doug as their mother and father in the bedroom is probably the most disturbing fucking thing in that movie. Where you're just like, close the door, boys.
Yeah.
Oof.
So the guy who played the Rosie. Just looking at his Wikipedia thing, he's well known as the rebel pilot Dutch Vander Goldleader in Star Wars.
Oh, he was Goldleader. Oh,
that's amazing.
Was Goldleader.
He's also been in a bunch of. He was in Hellboy. He was I think that's the opening scene with Sarge. He was the sergeant.
Nice.
So there's more Star Wars relations than just references to Star Wars in the movie.
Yeah.
This film is filmed in 3B. It's 3 beers, eh? It's a hoserama. So
yeah. But there's some pretty good, as far as Paul Dooley's done.
Paul Dooley.
Oh my gosh, he was so great. Yeah.
Remember him from Breaking Away.
Yeah.
Love him in Breaking Away. I love that movie, period.
Max von Sydow is just
more Star Wars.
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
Winona.
So as I've said before about 1983, I think that is the strangest year of the 80s because it's the last year of the 70s hangover, but it's still a totally 80s year. And then the next year it's Ghostbusters and we're full into the 80s as we know it. But in 83, you can still put out weird shit. Yeah, 85 a little too. There's something bizarre to me about 83 though. Like because you get Yellowbeard, you get DC Cab, you get
Yellowbeard.
What was in the water, you know.
Yeah. There's a lot of funky shit made in 83 for sure. Absolutely.
When I talk about the color of those police cars, by the way, that's bad.
Yellow. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Apparently those are real squad cars.
Really? Canadian squad cars are yellow back then. That's fascinating.
That was hurt.
What wall break number is it when you show the audience watching the movie that you're watching?
Yeah.
Like it's not a fourth. What is it? Like a 12th? Is it a 6th?
12th wall. It's cubed. So yeah, 12th wall.
12th wall. Okay. 12th wall. Okay.
4 times 4. No, wait. 4 times 16th wall. There we go.
16th wall. Okay.
Yeah.
You were mentioning the meta in the previous movie. Mm-hmm. There's also that meta to start off this one, right? So
agreed.
Yeah.
It's very self-aware. Like this movie's not trying to be anything that it isn't.
No.
No.
I mean, when you have the dog flying at the end.
The dog flying at the end. Also not in the original Hamlet. Yeah.
No.
And rips off and half-baked.
Still, one of the grossest things as a kid I remember seeing is them pouring that beer into that fucking dog dish and then pouring it into a glass and giving it to their father. I remember gagging as a kid thinking, if somebody did that to me, I can't even drop it.
Yeah, you're right. That was the initial conflict, right? You know, Dad, Mom broke your beer. Where they had to go and try to get free beer the next day. Yeah.
That was a weird, like, go into a store like that and then just send out the cases of beer to you.
I guess that's a Canadian beer store, right? I don't
guess so.
I mean, it's weird. They do things differently in different places. I know Oregon is kind of weird about liquor.
Well, I mean, Oklahoma's very weird. Like Oklahoma's one of the only states where you can't get full octane liquor. They just changed that, but for the last 50 years, you had to get what they called near beer or 3-2 beer.
3-2,
which is basically beer with fucking water poured into it to make it not as. That's why everybody around here's got a beer gut because they drink twice as much fucking beer to get a buzz as everybody, or at least they did.
Yeah,
and we changed our laws recently. Like you couldn't get beer, you couldn't get liquor on a Sunday. You couldn't get cold. You go into a liquor store, none of it could be in a refrigerated case. All of it had to be warm.
Yeah,
all these weird fucking rules. Like, and when I lived in Tucson, it was like, oh, you want a Jack Daniels? It's behind the counter at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, right.
Pour it into your double gulp and go to the concert. You'll have a great time. I mean, it was completely different.
They have it next to the Power Shot and the Thirst Buster thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
right.
Jack Daniels a couple times.
Little cherry, little Jack Daniels, Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm fucking set.
I mean, there's like liquor stores with a drive-through window. Yeah,
like in Texas, you're pulling up to the liquor barn and going, "Give me a margarita," and they'll hand it to you with a straw, and then you drive away. You know, so it's
it's like it's different rules, different places.
So who is the Max von Sydow analog for Hamlet?
There isn't one.
There isn't.
No. Yes, Svengali. He's
not Polonius.
He's not. No, This is a novel.
Those guys are not part of it.
Yeah.
No, those guys.
The are, but the rest of them.
The evil brewers are not part of it.
Yeah. And their weird computer. Yes.
The weird computer. Yeah. Maybe the computer is the tragedians. I don't know.
Could be.
Maybe that's a stretch. But
no, I think they're the guys from the insane asylum. That's what they're.
Yeah. No. It's like that kind of thing. Like these elements do absolutely stray from the Hamlet format.
But are there some that are mirrored exactly that you picked up on, or is there any?
Oh yeah, I mean,
like the Elsinore Castle.
Yeah,
Elsinore Castle, Elsinore Brewery.
The fact that Uncle Claude killed his brother and then married his, sister-in-law.
Right.
Yeah.
And immediately takes over
the
ghost.
Business.
The ghost, the the ghost of the father, the
father's
ghost. Okay, so the Ophelia character is Rosie LaRose.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right.
Basically.
So, and like there is who almost dies by drowning, but the guys are down there with their empties with the air supply. So that's where the story turns.
Yes.
So where like, and this is like, I had to point it out in some college class because I went to college that like, I think it was a Shakespeare class, but it's like the only difference between a Shakespearean tragedy and a Shakespearean comedy is like they all starts out with the same kind of setup, the same kind of misunderstandings, the same kind of intrigue. But in the tragedy, everyone dies. And in a comedy, people get married.
Right.
Like that's the difference.
And that's Rosie and what's her name?
Rosie and Pam, yeah. See? So they knew how to turn it they flipped it. They're like, okay, we're going to take it from this tragic point, and then we're like, no, we're going to make it so they all survive. And,
so I guess Brewmeister Smith, the closest to him is probably King Claudius, right?
No, Claudius. Well, that's the thing.
It's
not
the Claude is Claudius. I think Brewmeister Smith is like the
like both kind of. Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe it's like split into like here's the actual evil mastermind because Claude is like sort of just the puppet. Like Brewmeister Smith is like the Stephen Miller to.
Holy shit! Okay, wow,
yeah,
political. I love it.
God, no, this is a prophetic movie.
He's talking about the band.
The band, the Stephen Miller too.
Jesus Christ,
Claudius. Yeah,
is that the Fly Like an Eagle joke?
Yeah, Steve Miller Band. Fly Like an Eagle. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry, I might have referenced a different guy, but what I meant is like the Space Cowboy. Yeah.
So even as a kid, one of my problems with this movie is, and again, this is kid logic for you. I'm watching this whole movie like, yep, checks all the boxes, makes complete sense. Sure. Yep, drank all the beer out of the tank, expanded to a massive amount of size, peed on a fire, put it all out, back to normal. But why in the fuck would those lights on that world map burn through Max von Sydow like that? That's my problem. Like even at 11, I was like, no, not believable. You fucked this whole movie up.
LEDs. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So that completely ruined my suspension of disbelief. Thank you very much, movie.
It's like the plug was overheated.
But here's the thing. That was his board. He had requested the guys to turn on his board.
Right.
Yeah.
The guy that's messed up would make it that way. Make it
the irony.
But that is the cosmic irony right there.
Yeah, I mean he would. Yeah, exactly. So he would do something like that. That's how messed up that dude is, right? So I don't know.
It feels a little retconny, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
I wanted to see what that video game was like.
Oh, the Canadian Border Patrol.
Oh yeah, I remember playing
American
that one as a kid.
Canadian bombs on the side of it. There's no actual.
We put so many quarters into that one.
Yeah.
I love it when everything gets spit out and he's drinking the milk, and they're like, "This is like
4 months old."
It's very frantic, but I like the pacing of it. It reminds me of like a Cheech and Chong movie in many ways, to where there's like bits. I'm like, hey, they're in straitjackets, like a nice dream.
Yeah.
Somebody scratch my balls.
Exactly.
Steamroller.
Oh, I love that shit. Come. You could tell Dave Thomas is just laughing because he's rolling over Rick Moranis at one point. He just starts laughing. It's so good.
Yeah.
And of course, 32 minutes in, you get your hockey game. Again, you'd be kicked out of Canada without it. So
where the Max von Sydow character is using the beer to program the coming race war, right?
Right. Yes, and he's
white attacks black, black attacks white. Ben tells me I'm wrong with this take, but
do I?
I don't know. And when I brought it up, you're like, "What? Stop it! It's Star Wars." I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
The guy who played Rosie was in Rollerball too.
Okay.
Oh, snap!
That's right.
Okay.
Rollerball
And look, they deliver the hockey puck just like in Rollerball in this fucking movie, where it kind of pops out of the thing and suddenly, it felt very Rollerball like. Yeah.
They're doing a little end up of that.
Yeah.
You know what, Andrew? I wasn't saying you were wrong. I was just saying that you might have been putting something. I don't think.
Am I like
Just consider it. It's not
interpreting things in a strange way. But
I mean, I can understand why you would say that.
Are current events messing with my interpretation of Strange Brew, this movie that's 43 years old?
There is a possibility that this is
possibility.
There is a possibility.
Yeah.
Do you guys like hockey? Are you a hockey person? Did you like it when seeing the hockey?
Much like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, I think it's much better in person than it is watching it over television. But yeah, I mean,
exactly.
I think there's a little bit too much skating between fights. But yeah, that's fine.
What's the line? I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out.
Exactly.
My friend Michaela said there are two favorite parts of hockey. She's not a really big hockey fan, but she loves going to see the fights and the goalie doing the splits. That's
there you go. Yeah. There was a group. I remember my dad brought this up when the last time I went to visit him. But we go. Arizona had a hockey of all things. Tucson, Arizona had a fucking minor league hockey team called the Arizona. What was it? I don't. Roadrunners. Yeah. And there was a group of guys that would go when I was in high school. My dad and I would go every now and then. He'd get tickets because he worked for the police department and get free tickets, and we'd go. And there was this group of dudes every time we go, and they'd get fucking hammered by the third period, and they would just verbally harass the shit out of the referees. That their whole fucking game, the entire point that they were there was to get so drunk that they either pissed the referees off or got kicked out. And I guess some got walked out several times just for being verbally abusive, but called them zebras, told them to get off their knees. They were blowing the game, all those type of, just everything you could think of that they could call these poor, underpaid, probably just dudes just trying to do the, just minor league hockey referees. These guys aren't even paid shit. And these five guys are just getting hammered, just laying into these, calling them zebras and all this shit. It was hysterically funny. I remember we would go to watch them more than we would the hockey game because they were as entertaining as the hockey game.
And those men started X.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
That's right.
Come for the hockey.
Those men are all social media giants now. That's right.
Where are they now?
Where are they now? Yes, where are they now?
Still there talking shit to the players.
I could have sworn that the opening song to this movie was done by Danny Elfman. It sounded like a fucking Danny Elfman.
No, it was a Pink Floyd song with the dogs barking.
No, it's actually by Dave Thomas's little brother. It's actually the song. Ian Thomas did that.
There was a thing with the music that was like the driving, the like the very dramatic scenes, like quote unquote dramatic scenes that seemed really, really familiar. That I swear I've heard in other movies before. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like when you were driving, the driving sequence and things.
Yeah.
It just sounded like it was taken.
Could be they reused some incidental music or something.
Yeah.
Well, still not the craziest theme song music. If you guys haven't listened to the theme music for Big Trouble in Little China.
Jesus.
Yeah. The great video that goes along with it.
Big Trouble in Little China. So bad.
That's where our president learned how to pronounce that word.
I believe that.
China.
I like it. Getting a little saucy and political on this episode.
Oh my gosh.
Paul Dooley's in this fucking
Dooley.
Yeah. I love Paul Dooley.
I mean, I love it. He's just so like, and just like trying not to appear incompetent, but making it worse.
So good. He's like America's dad in the 70s and 80s. You know what I mean? Like, who are we going to get for the dad? Call Paul Dooley.
Yep, I'll do it. Yeah, he'll do it. He'll do it. I love that. I like when he's like on the stand and they're showing the the video of the like, as you can see, these are, we have a time code and those are very hard to fake. And the judge is like, can you, for the benefit of the court, can you please explain time code? And he's like, just because I don't know what it is, it doesn't mean I'm lying. I'm like, this is,
oh man,
how did we let this world get to this? No.
I just want to be invited to the Max von Sydow Walt Goggins tooth cleaning party.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know
there's
that.
a Paul Dooley hair dyeing clinic also. So.
Oh, good call. Good.
He went for the teeth. He went for the hair. So I think maybe it was on purpose. Made him
we're going for everybody. We're going for everybody today on this show.
Well,
yeah.
One of the things I learned is I want a kung fu lawyer. That's what I
kung fu lawyer. Yeah.
That scene was ridiculous.
Yeah,
it was.
That's how you handle the press.
It was nice to see the Canadian courtroom for a change. We've seen so many movies lately that end in courtroom dramas, but here we get to see, what did he call him? Your worship. And I'm like, whoa, that's different than what we say here. Yeah.
Your worship
instead of your honor. Yeah.
It reminds me of that courtroom scene again from the first Cheech and Chong movie, where they get all fucked up and they're in court and they get in trouble and all that type of stuff. Reminds me a bit of that.
Are there any scenes that stand out to you guys that are like your favorites in this, or no?
For me, it's as a kid, my favorite scene is them opening that tank and her going, he drank it all.
Yeah.
Like that's that as a kid, that's the height of comedy right there. The only other height is where they're getting the lie detector test and he farts and he's like, no, I didn't. And then they're like, look at the machines, of course, going.
It's like, I don't know.
He's lying all right.
He is lying.
That is 11-year-old height of 11-year-old.
Oh yeah. Like they really knew how to write. Yeah. What I want to say,
I like
encapsulate those messages of Hamlet into fart jokes.
I like when he's talking to the cops. You ever get out of your car? He's got the mic. He's got the bullhorn, so he's got the power.
Yeah, it's like going to take a head count because we're going to make some breakfast.
Some back bacon and
like and subscribe.
Yeah.
There's something about the hockey scenes always stuck with me for some reason. I don't know why. It was just kind of like a lot of the comedy that I remember from that movie was about that.
It's kind of perfect too because they use that organ. They use the organ during intermissions and for hockey anyways, and then suddenly they're using that organ to program the fighting and stuff. It was kind of perfect.
Even now, whenever I hear a hockey organ that's like that,
this song's making them fight.
That is, I just turn to Andrew and punch him.
Yeah. So why are they? You go to the hockey game and like, where are the stacks of beer? There's no stacks of beer.
Oh right, yeah. Aren't all hockey games played on the floor of a beer warehouse?
Kristen, my wife, we were watching. She's like, dude, Rick Moranis' face, it's just his face. Like, he's like young, but he always looks like that. Like, for some reason, she thought he just looked like he looks the same for like 20 years, pretty much.
Yeah.
One of those people that are just born.
He's like Martin Short. Martin Short kind of looks the same. I mean, a little bit older, but still Martin Short.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, too. It's just like, this looks like Keanu Reeves. Like, he'll forever look like that.
Yeah, Gene Hackman looked like Gene Hackman up until he retired. Where you're just like, yep, Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Where would the movie Wayne's World be without this movie? I feel like they took the whole premise of the, just the meta, show within the show, movie within the movie thing.
Oh yeah, I know. Because it is very much.
There's some definite similarities.
A similar kind of skit, because. Yeah.
Ben's like, no.
Nope.
I'm trying to think because I just they're just separate in my mind.
I'm just saying the format of it, like Bob and Doug have their TV show and Wayne and Garth have their TV show, and then they go out into the world and you find out what else goes on in their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that's for both of the skits,
I
right?
guess it goes back to Blues Brothers with any
show and
Saturday Night Live movie is what else happens beyond the 5-minute skit.
That's true. The Coneheads.
That's why I was wondering, was Lorne Michaels involved in any part of this? As far as
no.
Yes. Yeah, this is not. This is the Canadian version of Saturday Night Live.
No, I understand that, but he did have a hand, I believe.
He worked with Kids in the Hall, but I don't know if he's an SCTV.
Okay,
it does. Yeah, no, this is MGM producing.
Okay.
$4 million budget, $8 million gross. So he that's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you double the money that you spent on it, that's a hit.
Still didn't make any profit though.
Why not?
Probably still hasn't. Just saying.
Well, probably through video.
They do accounting tricks to make it all go away.
That little accounting trick. Extraño brebaje in Spanish. Extraño brebaje. There you go.
Interesting.
And a Cream album.
All right.
What do you give it, Marty?
Oh, I also wanted to say I've never seen the movie Brother Bear, but don't they play kind of a
they're in that
Bob and Doug thing?
Yeah, there's a couple of moves. They're Bob and Doug,
Oh, okay.
and they basically do the same shtick, you know.
The routine. Well, they've popped that routine. They've popped up and stuff over the years, off and on, doing the Bob and Doug shtick for sure. Yeah.
But I remember, that's one of those Disney movies I watched. Yeah,
Brother Bear,
and I was like, it's Bob and Doug.
Something for the adult crowd. I'm gonna give it a 3. I realized that I don't think I've ever actually sat down and paid attention to it from beginning to end. I think throughout the years I'd see a moment of it here, a few minutes there, and then this week it was like, wait a minute, what? I feel like there's parts of this I haven't seen before. So another great side effect of the podcast, it's filling in the blanks for me. So I give it 3 stars. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Very funny.
Drew, what about you, buddy?
I'd give it a 4. It's not my favorite movie in the entire world, but it's a classic for a reason, right? I enjoy movies where people seem to enjoy themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody seemed like they had a lot of fun making the movie.
Oh yeah.
That's why I got to do another rewatch of Ocean's 11 because that's like one of my favorites.
That's another one where it seems like they just enjoyed the shit out of themselves making that movie.
And one of the reasons I'm a big fan of Donovan's Reef, which is a John Wayne movie that not a lot of people watch that for Christmas because there's a Christmas scene in it, so I call it a Christmas movie. Die Hard's a Christmas movie, so is that.
It's not, but okay.
It's
not a Christmas movie just because
Die Hard is a Christmas movie, though.
We're gonna have to do that as a whole episode. We're gonna have a bunch of people on Marty and just have a debate about whether or not that's Christmas.
What, Ocean's 11?
Well, I mean, maybe just
Gremlins a Christmas movie.
We gotta get 11 guests for that.
Yeah, exactly.
At night.
What I think would be a good premise would be bring your Christmas movie that's not a Christmas movie kind of episode where you're like, what do you think is a Christmas movie that no one else thinks is a Christmas movie?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing.
Well, thanks for that idea for an episode there, Ben. I appreciate it. Andrew, what about you? What do you think?
I'm gonna give it a 4, just on the strength of I never could figure out why they would get 2 stops and then no breaks. That was just, I just was like, how does that work? I could never figure it out.
You felt a little soft.
It was a little, yeah, exactly. So I'm calling bullshit on that, but other than that, it's a beautiful film.
Marty?
Oh, I said 3.
Ben, sorry.
You want to answer last? Because I don't want to put myself on the spot like I did with Blue Thunder and have it go head.
Watch that.
I'll go. You're going last then. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I don't think it's at the high 4 level, but I do think 3.5. I think it's really funny and really utterly rewatchable. Now a bit shaking his head because he has to go last.
Yeah,
I really enjoy having you on the program.
It happened before with Blue Thunder. It can happen whenever I'm on the show. I give
every
it
time now
4.5.
Okay.
Because it is one of those movies that I can watch over and over and over again and laugh and be nostalgic about it, and it makes me happy. Just all the silly, stupid lines. I understand it's not the best movie. I understand it didn't really connect with a whole bunch of people like it connected with me, but it's just every time I watch it, it's enjoyable. Just it's a memory thing. So to me, movies are very much tied to my joy, and so 4.5 stars.
Nice.
If I was considering nostalgia, I'd say 4.5 for sure. Yeah.
Oh,
but just for like the whole nostalgia thing, but like just as far as like a movie on my scale goes, 3.5. Yeah.
Okay. Have I been
Oh, you're good. No, you're good. No. Everybody's got their own rubric. Yeah. So everybody's got their own, like, I'm still trying to figure out Marty's. There's no fucking
I'm still trying to figure it out.
My rubric is I said 5 the other time, so I gotta.
You don't know how happy. You don't know how happy it makes me that you guys use the word rubric.
Well,
it's just I'm. We need to do a show on the word rubric, Andrew.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Put it on the list.
There you go. Well, guys, thanks a million for coming on.
Awesome.
It seemed like this is the biggest one we've done, and it seemed like it went really well. You guys had a lot to say. We really appreciate you making it a good episode.
Good flow.
We could go for another 2 hours, I feel.
Well, I mean, we have, but
not literally. I'm just saying we could.
We could, yeah. Oh.
If we watched another 3 movies, maybe, but we didn't. So,
yeah.
Well, let's do our plugs here. Drew, do you have anything coming up you want to plug to the audience?
Nothing particular. I mean, I've done some theater stuff recently, but nothing that's gonna be anytime soon. Some stuff that might be coming up in several months, but I can't. There's nothing's, specific other than come hang out at my store. I run Isle of Games here in Tucson. It's a board game store. We always have a lot of fun stuff going on. So
it runs an excellent store. Get out there and buy something immediately. That's a great store.
Where are you located, by the way?
Broadway and Pantano.
Okay.
In Tucson.
Cool. All right. Cool.
All right. And Ben, what do you got to plug for us?
Oh boy. Well, we just did a show, and your show will be released before our show is done. As far as the editing is concerned, but we've got a show on the word brew coming up with Andrew. The Too Vague podcast. Check it out. We talk about words and basically do a lot of sort of back and forth, free thinking conversation, just improv stuff, trivia, and then connect it to video games. So if any of you guys are interested in being on the show, you can let me know, because we want you to be on the show. We can talk about whatever word you want to talk about.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh yeah.
I can tie pretty much anything to video games. I'm still struggling with charcuterie, but
charcutes give me the toots, but I love charcuterie.
I got the charcutes.
I got the charcutes. They give me the toots.
The charcutes.
I got the charcutes from the charcutes.
Man. Don't need a lie detector to.
Tying it back in there.
Andrew,
all right.
That's you.
Oh man, this is the summer where all of a sudden a bunch of things are happening. So in August I've got my book, The ADHD FAQ, is coming out from Microcosm Publishing. So that should be in actual stores, or it'll be out. They sent it to the printer, and I've got some of my weird cartoons in there. Some of the Booger Bear stuff that I've been doing forever, that Marty probably remembers from me doodling in the box office at freaking movie theater. And then also the other big thing I got working on, I've been putting together an anthology of neurodivergent comics. From neurodivergent artists, like all kinds of different things. Your autism, your ADHD, your dyslexia and Tourette's, and there's always extra stuff. There's OCD in there, and and nobody has just got one diagnosis. It's fun, but it's I've been putting this together, and I'm just about to launch a Kickstarter for this project.
Awesome.
Nice.
And so it's called Nerd Emergencies because somebody tried to say neurodiversity in a reel and it auto captioned it into Nerd Emergency. And I was like, that's what I'm doing.
That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so
perfect.
Nerd Emergencies and other misunderstandings.
Send us your info when the Kickstarter drops. We'll throw it on the show for you.
I will send that to you. I can
sure.
send it to you right now. It's easy. But yeah, if you look for it, like there's a pre-launch page. If you
Nice.
Okay. We'll drop it in the show.
Findable. It's findable. Yeah. Don't write it down my quote of what the URL is. You'll find it. It'll be in the show notes. You'll get it. Yeah.
Andrew, the ADHD FAQ, does it come with the companion deck, or do you?
That's that's a separate thing. Yeah, there's a tie-in product, the ADHD coping skills deck, which sure, it's a game you could carry in your store. No, it's like, I mean, I don't know. Somebody could make it a game.
It's kind of like Sabak, except
it's just
way more rules.
I like to say it's a deck of cards with advice on how not to yell at yourself if you have ADHD, because that's, I think, the biggest problem is people with ADHD are so used to getting advice from other people about why don't you just make a list, or why don't you and it's like, no, it's more than that. It's like, if I could do all these things that people have been giving me advice for forever, then I wouldn't have this problem. But so it's
sounds like the people who there's a big push in my state to raise the minimum wage from $7.25 for the state, and everybody's going and all the arguments I basically hear not to do it are basically just live on a budget. Stop eating the avocado toast and drinking the Starbucks. And I'm just
okay,
sure.
That's also that's
not really it. That's not really good advice, and that's not really germane to the whole problem.
That's right. There's
when rent takes up basically all my money, we have issues.
If you don't want to raise the minimum wage, just bring down the maximum wage.
Go there. Oh, you're going to flip it. Okay.
I'm going to flip it. I'm going to bring down the maximum wage. Just take that piece off the top and pay for stuff for everyone else, and it'll be fine, right?
Not all of us can afford a UFC fight in our front lawn.
Not all of us, no.
Well, you guys can't afford. Well, I mean, we have blood sport out here in the front lawn, but it's just two toothless meth heads just fighting. It's not it's not a UFC fight. But it's
DIY or die. That's
Have you guys done blood sport?
I was gonna say, how'd you know blood sport was next week?
Oh God, I wish. I got to meet Don Gibbs before he passed.
We did. Yeah,
he was one of the nicest motherfuckers you'll ever meet, and he told me a story about blood sport. If you'd like to hear it, and it is that the only person who got injured on Bloodsport was anybody who was opposite Jean-Claude Van Damme. He kicked like two different people in the face on Bloodsport. He said, but other than that, we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. But the only people who didn't have a good time were the two people who got kicked in the face by fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme. I thought that was hilarious. So funny. But one of the sweetest guys you'd ever want to meet in your entire life.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just a real nice guy. Yeah. Well, guys, thanks so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. It was a killer episode. It was a lot of fun. It's going to be a great one to put together. So thank you so much.
Sure. Yeah, thank you.
So do you guys want to get out of here on a quote? Marty, you got anything else before we go?
Oh, I got my quote. Yeah. We are.
Yeah. Let's get out of here on a quote.
We are actors. We are the opposite of people.
Drew, what do you got?
Nailed it.
Oh, that's good. What have I got? It's from a different Tom Stoppard play, but it is one of my favorites from Rough Crossing. It's a privilege, and for me too.
Andrew?
Oh man. Okay, so all the bowling alleys had been wrecked, so they spent most of my time looking for beer.
Ben?
Hold on. I wouldn't go in there. There's a big skunk in there. You know about that. It's a Tirana skunk. It's my jurisdiction.
This film is filmed in 3B. 3 beers, eh? Hoserama.
3 beers and it's looking good.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
See ya.
Thank you.
Cool.
Don't miss an episode. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, and keep listening to the show on the app of your choice. Do it now.